Hey guys, so today I decided to film a makeup look that kind of like transitions you out of summer into fall. So I went ahead and did like a mustardy colored eyeshadow look, and then I paired it with Heroin from MAC. I forgot how much I love this lip color. It is so gorgeous. I love it. It's probably my favorite shade of purple ever. So if you guys would like to see how I got this look, please keep watching. So starting off this makeup look, I'm going to be using Too Faced Hangover Primer, and I'm just going to be putting this literally all over my face. Now I'm putting this NYX Soft Focused Primer. It's like a jelly substance, kind of weird, but it blurs out your pores, so I like to put this in my T-zone. Now for my favorite drugstore foundation, I'm using the L'Oreal Lumi foundation, and I'm applying this with the Real Techniques Beauty Sponge. It's my favorite way to use this foundation. And now you can see I'm taking a Tarte foundation brush for my neck. I like to use a brush for my neck as opposed to the beauty blender because I feel like it blends it more into my neck, and when I use a beauty blender I still see spots. Moving on to concealing, I'm using the BH Correct and Conceal palette, and this is in the color Light, and I'm taking the Peach Salmon color to put underneath my eyes to brighten it up before I put on my concealer. Now I'm taking LA Girls Pro Concealers in, and I'm dancing, Buff Beige and Porcelain. Now, unlike everybody else, I'm not really a big fan of these concealers, but I do have them, so I figured I would use them. So I like the Porcelain because it has a pink undertone, and then the Buff Beige has kind of like a yellow undertone. So as you can see, I'm just layering them both together, and then I'm going to be blending them in with the Real Techniques sponge as well. Now I'm taking this LA concealer, and I believe it's in the color Toast, to contour my nose, and I absolutely hated this. Like, it does not work as good as the L'Oreal concealer sticks that I love for my nose, so I probably won't be using this for that area again. I think it would be good for like a cheek contour, maybe a forehead, but it just did not work for me on my nose. To set that concealer, I'm using an oldie but a goodie, the NYC Smooth Skin Translucent Setting Powder. I like this because I feel like it has like a pinky undertone. I could be crazy. But now I'm just going to be baking underneath my eyes and everywhere else I place the concealer. But I notice when I bake too long, my skin gets too dry, so I literally just pile it on for maybe a minute and then I wipe it directly off. I don't let it sit for long. I'm taking the Essence Sun Club Shimmer Bronzer. It's the lighter one of the two, and I'm going to be bronzing up my face a little bit, so I'm hitting my jawline, my cheeks, and I'm going to be doing a little bit on my forehead as well. For a little bit of contouring, I'm taking the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, and I'm taking the more gray toned brown in there. I believe it's called Sombre, and I'm using a Real Techniques contour brush. So I'm going to be doing my cheeks, as you can see. Then I'm going to be doing my chin, my entire jawline, and right underneath my ears. Now I'm also taking that same shade and putting it underneath my lip and on my cupid's bow to make my lips appear more full. And now I'm taking it on my nose as well because I need to make up for that LA Girl concealer that I absolutely hated. Now I'm taking the color Lucid, which is a pinkish nude, and the color Lyric, which is like a yellow beige color. And I'm going to be using both those colors mixed to just kind of highlight the areas where I place the concealer. Using my favorite pressed powder from the drugstore. This is the Maybelline Matte and Poreless. Oops. And I like to use this to set my entire face. I guess I should have done this before I did everything else, but I think I might like it better this way. So now I'm just taking it on a big fluffy brush and literally setting my whole face. Moving on to the eyes, I'm taking Makeup Geek's Vegas Lights palette and using the color Mirage. It's just like a cream color, and I'm just going to be dusting this over the entire lid. Now I'm taking Desert Sands from the Vegas Lights palette, and this is my favorite mustard color of all time. And I'm literally just buffing it into the crease, as you can see, windshield wiper motions and then like circular motions on the end of it. And I'm using a Sedona lace like blending brush, I believe, that came in my Ipsy bag last month, and it is amazing. It might replace my Sigma E40. Moving on to the Morphe 350 palette, I'm taking this darker mustard color right here, and then I'm also using a Sigma blending brush. I will leave exactly what it is in the description box, but this is just a more precise blending brush, and I'm blending that color directly into the crease and on the outer corner of my eyes. Then I switched back to my blending brush and I'm just blending both those colors together. Now I'm going in with this kind of like pale orange color and the Sedona brush, and then I'm just buffing that into the crease as well because I wanted it to be a little bit more warmer, so I decided to go with like a pale orange. Staying with the 350 palette, I'm going back to the dark mustard color and the more precise blending brush, and I'm going to be blending more of that color into my crease because I want to deepen it up a bit. So as you can see, I just keep getting more color, blending more of the color, and blending some more until I build it up as dark as I like it. Now I'm just getting repetitive, as you can see, and I'm going back in with Makeup Geek Desert Sands, and I'm blending that all over the crease, as you can see. I'm just trying to blend all the colors together and make them as dark as I like. So that's why I keep like dipping into each color. Now I'm taking Desert Sands on a flat eyeshadow brush, and I'm putting that all over the lid. Now I'm taking Desert Sands on the bottom lash line, and I'm using this Urban Decay buffing brush, and it is amazing. It's so soft and it doesn't hurt like most pencil brushes. It's my favorite. I have like 3 backups of it. And now I'm going back in with the dark mustard color from the 350, and I'm also putting that on top of Desert Sands on my bottom lash line. Taking Bada Bing from the Vegas Lights palette. It's like a dark chocolate color with a little bit of gold sparkles. I'm using a flat definer brush, and I'm just going to be pressing that up against my lash line just so it doesn't look completely naked. Does that make sense? Like, I need a little bit more of definition down there. Busting out my MAC palette. Man, this palette took me like 3 hours to depot and put them in there, and oh my goodness. But I'm taking the color Shroom, and I'm going to be placing that as an eyebrow highlight, and then also as an inner corner highlight as well. And then I'm going to go back in a little bit with MAC Nylon because I want, you know, more of a oomph there, right? Oomph, because that's a word. For blush, I'm using City Colors matte blush in the color Papaya. It is so pretty. It could literally be used for any makeup look you want to do. So pretty. It's like a pinky kind of coral nude color. I love it. So I'm putting it everywhere and working it back into my contour. Now I'm going to be moving on to Urban Decay's Baked Highlighter in the color Luminous. Now this has glitter in it and a lot of people only use it for their body, but I really like it as a cheek highlight. I don't mind the glitter on my cheeks or my cupid's bow, I just wouldn't put it on my forehead or on my nose. So for my nose highlight, I'm taking the Laura Mercier Baked Highlighter in 01, I believe, and this is considered a matte highlighter, if there is such a thing, but I just love the color of this. Now I'm curling my eyelashes, and then I'm going to be going in with Tarte's Lights Camera Lashes Mascara. It's my new favorite mascara. I absolutely adore this. So I applied my lashes off camera, but I used the Ardell Glamour Wispies along with the House of Lashes lash glue. And now I'm going in with ColourPop Punch liner. When I think of punch, I think of like red, but oh well. So I really like this liner, as you can see. Oh, it's just so pretty. It's the perfect yellow eyeliner ever. So I'm just putting that all over the waterline. For mascara for my bottom lash line, I like to take the Rimmel Extra Super Lash Mascara and then the L'Oreal Telescopic. I like the L'Oreal Telescopic because it separates and lengthens, and then I like the Rimmel mascara because it just like makes them thicker. So I like to combine the two because my under eyelashes are like non-existent. So I need all the help I can get. Moving on to lips, I'm going to be taking MAC's Heroin Lip Liner. If I could go back and redo this look, I would have picked a darker lip liner, but, you know, we gotta go with it. But I'm just gonna be lining my lips with this, and then I'm gonna go in with MAC Heroin Lipstick. I love this color. I'm sad that I haven't used it in such a long time. It is the most perfect purple color ever made. I absolutely love this color. Now I'm using this Sephora lip gloss in this purple color, and I believe they stopped making this because I've had it for a while, but if I can find it, I will link it below, and I'm just putting this on top just to give myself an extra shine. And then I'm using Urban Decay All Nighter Spray to set my entire face. So now this look is completed. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you do recreate it, please tag me on all my social media, and I will see you guys in my next videos. Bye!